everyone, thank you so much once again for making your way to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. Before we start with this week's video, please click that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. So, today I thought I'd do something a bit different. I'm going to do my first ever get ready with me video. Now I want to make it a really chatty one because I've said it before, I am by far any kind of makeup artist or beauty professional. I just love makeup and tend to whack it on my skin and hope that it all turns out okay. So later on this evening I've got a couple of meetings and then I'm going out for cocktails with the girls. So that is what I'm getting ready for. And yeah, with that said, let's get straight to it. So obviously before I start this video, I cleansed my face, I toned, moisturised, all that shiz, so it's all ready and all clean and there. So my first step is a primer, especially when, so today I've got, as I said, I've got a few meetings and then I'm going to go meet the girls, so it kind of has to be durable makeup, it's got to last a fair few hours. So I'm using the Max Factor Face Finity All Day Primer. I've been using this for a few months now and it's worked perfect. I've got to say, it's not quite up there. My favourite ever primer is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It is amazing. And sadly, I ran out of that a few weeks ago and I just haven't had time to go and get a new one. So this one has been my go-to. It's a lot cheaper and I've got to say, it does a pretty good job. So I'll leave all the links to any of the shiz that I put on my face in the description box below. So, go straight on with the primer. I just find if I don't put a primer on, my foundation and particularly my concealer just doesn't sit as well. With the primer, it really just blends over any of my pores, any rough patches, discoloration, and just kind of makes it all even and all nice. And this one's really, it's got this soothing tingling effect, which I really do like. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I know lots of people on YouTube have all the fancy brushes. I'm not a massive brush person, I do use my hands. Many people would disagree with that, but again, this is just what I do. So yeah, I pop that on with my hands. Oh, it feels really good. So that's step number one. Step number two, I actually apply concealer before and after my foundation because especially on the bits that really need coverage. For me, it's my under eyes. I have big dark circles, always have had, and it doesn't matter how much I sleep, they are always there. So I always apply before and after the foundation. And also, spot and pimple wise, my chin has been just my pretty much only problem area. I'm quite good, I've always been quite good with spots and stuff. I never really suffered from them as a teenager, but if I ever get one, and when it's that time of the month, I will just get a massive spot on my chin. So yes, concealer is my best friend. This is the Makeup Forever, I can never pronounce it, but Makeup Forever Anti-Cernez Tensor Lift Concealer. It's only available in Paris and not in the UK. Potentially in America, I'm not sure. But my brother lives in Paris, so it's always handy. And this is honestly the best concealer I have ever used, ever in my entire life. I will never use anything else but this. So, I love it. Ooh. Under eyes. Again, lots of people will use brushes to apply their concealer, but I just never feel, when I do it, it never seems to sink into my skin as well, so I just use the pads of my fingers and just pat that in. Ta-da! So that is the concealer, step one done. So coverage wise with foundation, it kind of depends what mood I'm in and what condition my skin's in. At the minute my skin is in quite good condition, so I don't need really thick, heavy foundation. I kind of alternate between a MAC foundation, a Makeup Forever foundation, and this, which is almost finished actually, the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. So this is a tinted hydrating gel cream. It's not really, it's more like a tinted moisturiser if I'm honest, but I just find it really light and makes my skin really hydrated, and it gives me the coverage I need without being too heavy and sticky, because I just don't like that. So for foundation, I do use a brush. This one is the Clinique foundation brush, standard. So I just find it's easier at first to apply, although at the end I still use my fingers to pat it down. So I'm just gonna work that in various places on my face. get rid of the residue, and then just go in. Now, if anyone out there like me is the biggest fan, I mean, I'm the world's biggest fan, but if anyone else is a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, whenever I apply my foundation with a brush, I literally beat my face. I'm like, and on Drag Race, that is what they call doing their makeup. They gotta beat their face. So this is me beating my face. I'm really, because I find with brushes, if you are going to use one, you can't kind of just like strokes, because then it leaves brush lines. So you really do have to like get in there, go really quick. I always take it partially down my neck as well, otherwise you get those awful, as my mum used to call them, tide lines. She'd be like, oh, look at that girl's tide line on her jaw. And they'd just like stop here. There'd be like a mask of orange back in the day. It's not seen as much now, but back in the day in Grimsby where I grew up, it was almost a trend. It's doubly hard for me always to do my makeup because I need a mirror to literally be like here, because obviously I wear glasses. And yeah, so obviously my eyesight's not exactly 20/20, so I have to be so close to a mirror. Because from here, this looks perfectly blended, and then as soon as I get close up, it ain't. I mean, I always wash my hands and disinfect them before I do my makeup. So, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't touch your face, you shouldn't apply anything with your fingers because it's really dirty, but I mean, I'll get over it. So that is the base on. And then I'm just going to put some quick fixing powder. I use the Rhodial baking powder. If you saw one of the videos, potentially blogger mail video, I got sent this. And I've been using it ever since. And it's just really, really good. It's quite translucent. Let's put a bit over my ears, because I find my ears sometimes get red when I'm cold, so I try and cover it. And I just whack it all over my face, and it's been really good at just making the makeup stick. So it's always in place. Okay, so with that all done, I move into kind of the bronzer, blush, highlight regime. Now, I have tried, guys, I have tried the whole contour thing and it doesn't work. Honest to God, I've tried so many times, I've watched so many tutorials, like contouring for beginners, and I cannot do it at all. I just look ridiculous. The highlighting is fine, like I know where to put that, I know where to put everything, but whenever I try it, it just fails. So I've ended up doing this. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Bronzing Beauty Balm, and at the minute, and it smells amazing, by the way. I don't actually know what's in it, but it smells incredible. Let's say damage reducing, optical blurring, oil free. Very fancy. So at the minute, I'm kind of using this bronzing cream, gel cream, instead of like a contouring stick or contour. Just gives a bit more of a darker colour at the lower part. So that's what I've been doing recently, and it seems to have been working, so stick it on here. And then with the Iconic Pro Evo brush from Iconic London, I just blend that in. And this brush, I'm literally sprinkling like this, but this brush is so good, it's so gentle. So yes, at the minute that is my version of contouring. Next up is highlighting. I've been using, and I'm absolutely obsessed by, again, if you watch my blogger mail video, you will have seen that I was sent this, the Iconic London Illuminator Highlighter. Whew. Let's just take a minute. Oh my God, this thing is amazing. So I'm using one of the Vintage Cosmetics beauty blenders, and I just take the pipette and, oh, look at that. It is honestly like liquid gold. I love it. It's amazing. Ah. So yeah, I put it on my right at the top of my cheekbone, and then blend it out upwards towards my temple. And for me, the best way of actually figuring out where to put the highlighter, because it's all right saying here, but everyone's faces are different, is wherever my light is, my light that I use natural light, so it's coming from the window, I kind of just move my face around, and wherever the light naturally hits, I try and then trace it round with the highlight. And then I am an old school kind of girl. I still love a bit of blush. I don't use a lot. For this, I wrote a blog post about it, actually reviewing this, because it is amazing. It is a bit more pricier, but it is such a good blusher. It is the Chanel blusher. Comes with a little brush, and it lasts for ages. I have had this for at least a year, and I use it pretty much every time I get like properly ready, like, and do full face makeup. It's just so good. So for this, I do a big cheesy grin, and I literally just put it on the apples of my cheeks. And then last but not least, just to finish off like the main face part of my makeup, I use the Chanel Le Beiges compact, which has nearly run out actually, and just kind of glide it over my forehead, over my nose, and a bit over my chin. So next up is my eyes. So I'm using the palette, and I'm using this one, and it looks more like a burnt orange coppery colour, but when you actually apply it, it does come on quite orangey. So this is what I've been using recently, and I've just loved it. Sweeping it in not a particularly fancy way, just literally swooping it across the lid. So then with that done, I then go into the palest shade on this palette and just kind of blend out the edges, because I love a bit of a blend, me. This makeup bag, by the way, how cute is it? And then they also sent me a little case on the back of it. This is from Emma Lomax London. It's a fairly new brand, but yeah, how cute is this makeup bag? So yeah, the last step to my eyeshadow regime, I take my Lab 2 Strokes of Genius crease brush, dab that into Makeup Paris Atelier. This is really old, but it's lasted for ages. It's my absolute favourite. Just dab the end of it. It's just such a good highlighting eyeshadow. So I always put it in the corner of my eye, and then just take it up along my brow line to really make my brow pop. I love it. So as I said beforehand, I'm a huge RuPaul's Drag Race fan. It's literally my favourite programme. So if anyone out there is watching season 9 at the minute, comment below, because I'm obsessed. Who do you think's gonna win? For me, well, I think my top 3 are Valentina, Trinity, which was a surprise to me because I didn't think I'd like Trinity and I'm a blooming lover, and Shea Coulee. And at the minute, I think Shea Coulee is in for the win. Pretty happy with that. I just noticed my lips are getting really dry, they're just feeling a bit. So obviously at the end I put on my lipstick, but I want them to be quite hydrated. So the MAC Lip Conditioner Hydratant Lip Balm. It's really good, and it kind of does what it says on the tin. It hydrates. So I'm going in now with my MAC Zoom Lash Mascara. I always put a bit of it on, and then I do a bit of an eyelash curl. This is my Vintage Cosmetics eyelash curler. I love it because it's rose gold and pretty. So I just give them a bit of a curl. I don't have the longest eyelashes in the world, so I do like to just curl them up slightly to give them a bit of a fuller effect. And then I just go in. I'm actually going to hold this up here. I've realised for the majority of this video you've probably just been staring right up my nose, so I apologise. But I can do this. So, swings and roundabouts, I guess. You know, some people use false eyelashes, but I've got quite small eyes, and I always feel the few times that I have tried them out, the ratio of eyelash to eye just doesn't really work out for me. So I just go with mascara, keep it fairly natural, put a few strokes on the bottom lashes. I put a tiny bit on before, but I'm just going to quickly go back and top up my eyeliner too. This is the number 7 Stay Perfect liquid eyeliner. I got this from my Auntie Julie at Christmas. I haven't used number 7 for ages, but I've got to say, actually going to pick this up as well. I've got to say it's really good. I'm not amazing with eyeliner. If you ask my friend Yasmin, whenever we go out and we're getting ready at her house, I will sit on her toilet and she will have to do it for me. I've got really shaky hands, so I find it really hard to like get a proper line. but it definitely makes a difference. Just makes the eyes that tiny bit bolder. So coming toward the end, my eyebrows. So I quickly just brush them out, make sure they're all neat. This one, I usually use the Clinique mechanical one, but again, it's run out, haven't had time to go to the shop. So this is really cheap and cheerful Rimmel eyebrow pencil. I've got to say, considering it is like, I think it was a couple of quid, it's really good. I've had no complaints. So to be honest, I might just stick for this one because the Clinique one's great, but it costs like £13. And I mean, if I can get one that's just as good for £3, why wouldn't I? So yeah, I just kind of patch in the bits that are a bit bald, my bald patches. Love it. Okay, so last but certainly not least, because it is my favourite step, it's what I feel naked without, is lipstick. For me, my absolute #1 lipstick is the Dior Diorific range. This one is number 38, which is Diva. I also have another one, 39, Darling. I feel like a diva today. I'm in a diva-ish mood, so that's what we're going for today. And it's not to everyone's price point, but it really is amazing. It's worth the money. I've tried lots of different luxury lipsticks, Chanel, YSL, but the Dior, particularly the Diorific range, is brilliant. This one's getting on its last legs now, so I'm using my Clinique lipstick brush to get the most out of it. And also, I think lipstick brushes are really good because I don't always wear a lip liner for really like stenciling out a good lip. I don't have the biggest lips in the world, but I do have quite an apparent Cupid's bow, like literally 2 triangles on the top. So I find it's much easier to carve out with a brush than just doing a freehand lipstick. And that, I think, is that. So yeah, pretty happy with the lipstick. Again, this one, if you save your pennies and you are into like luxury makeup, then honestly I cannot rave enough about this lipstick. It is amazing, it's long lasting, it's like a mix between matte and gloss, but oh, it feels amazing on your lips, and yeah, my fave. So there we are, I finished my makeup look for today. I'm pretty chuffed on how it's turned out. So all that's left for me to do is do my hair and decide what outfit I'm going to wear for cocktails later. I hope you enjoyed my get ready with me video. I plan to do a few more. I quite like just chatting and yeah, literally just getting ready. Again, I'm not a beauty expert, but I do love my makeup, and if I can offer any tips or recommendations of products I love, and then I always will. And likewise, if you've got any products you'd love me to try or you think I'd love, especially lipsticks or new eyeshadow palettes, then please leave your comments below. I'd really, really appreciate it. Yet again, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me. So thank you very much for joining me once again, and I will see you next week.